Hey guys, welcome back to Procognition, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the Mi Note 10 Pro, which is a 108 megapixel camera. So let's just jump into this video and see what this phone has to offer. Really quick before we begin this video, make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel and have turned on your post bell notifications for more videos just like this one. So 108 megapixel camera, that is a ridiculous number to have, but this is a trend that we're seeing with phones coming out with much bigger megapixel counts in the recent age. So the Samsung Galaxy S11 is rumored to have a 108 megapixel camera as well. We've made a video about that, you can check that out here. So what we can see, there's clearly a trend for bigger megapixel count cameras. But the Mi Note 10 Pro is a phone that's already out and you can get your hands on this massive megapixel sized camera. But the thing with high megapixel cameras is that there's always a misconception that these cameras will perform better and look sharper and nicer than the lower megapixel count cameras. And this isn't necessarily always true, because higher megapixel count generally means more noise in low light situations. So unless the camera module itself and the sensor is really good, you will not get very good quality pictures out of this. So let's see what this phone really has to offer. With f1.69 as its main shooter, it also has a 5 megapixel telephoto lens with 5 times optical zoom, a 12 megapixel telephoto camera with 2 times optical zoom, a 20 megapixel ultra wide angle shooter with the dedicated macro lens that's like 2 megapixel. It also has a 32 megapixel front camera. So that's a lot of cameras. If you look at the back of the phone, that's a ridiculous amount of cameras on one phone. So yeah, there's a lot of cameras on this. Each of them have their own purpose. So the main camera is the 108 megapixel camera. That's the one that this is going to be very focused on. So once you do launch the camera app itself, it's not going to be shooting at 108 megapixels unless you turn on the mode for 108 megapixels. So it's going to be something like 20 something megapixels. So it's like a scaled down version of the 108 megapixel to save your space. It comes in a variety of colors. You'll have the green, white, and black. The screen is 6.47 inches in display, which is a dual curved OLED display. Supposed to look very, very good. The processor on this is the Snapdragon 730G processor. It has a massive battery of 5,260 milliamp hours and supports 30 watts fast charging over USB-C. It can charge up to 58% in just 30 minutes, which is ridiculous, and can be fully charged in just 65 minutes. So from reviews that we've seen so far, the 108 megapixel camera does perform really good. That means the sharpness is going to be extremely good in very good lighting situations. So if your lighting is less or it's not enough light for the 108 megapixels, the image quality is going to suffer. Now, this is something that is very expected. But yeah, software does take you a little bit further in image quality. But if your light is really bad, the processing is just going to be not that great. So you do want very well lit light conditions to be able to see the results from the 108 megapixels. So it comes in multiple variations. There's a 6 GB RAM with 128 GB of storage. There's an 8 GB RAM with 128, and then there's an 8 GB with 256 GB of storage. So the prices are from 1,600 all the way up to 2,000 ringgit, which is very reasonable for something with such a massive battery and also a high megapixel count. In my opinion, this looks like a phone that's very worth it. Xiaomi has been coming out with a lot of really great products recently, and this is definitely up there on that list. When it comes to image quality itself, the 108 megapixels do produce very, very, very sharp images, which means that even if you do crop in after the fact, you're going to be maintaining a bunch of quality. So you're not really losing out on anything once you do decide to crop in, which is really great and what's expected from a high megapixel count camera. So that's all we know about the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro so far. If you guys have any thoughts on this, or you want to let us know which feature you're most excited about in the phone, do let us know in the poll and also in the comments below. Are you most excited about the 108 megapixel camera, or are you excited about having 5 cameras and a battery life of 5,260 milliamp hours? That's a massive battery. I don't know why I'm more excited about the battery than I'm about the camera, to be honest. Thank you guys for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see more videos like this.